and Arts, and all our invited guests for gracing this important day on behalf of the school management.
Parents and our children, beloved children, how are you? I'm here today to talk to you, motivate you, and tell you why your future is very bright. I'm here to talk to the parents as well and have a talent. So this will be an informal speech for me. I'm here to be with you. I'm here to spend a little bit of time with you today. So the parents and stakeholders, maybe a bit later after this bout of growth, to acknowledge your support to these children, to talk to the parents and say we are together in this journey to build a knowledge-based society, in this journey to ensure that their dreams come true, in this journey to ensure that your dreams for your children are realized. So that's why I'm here today. I'm here today to deliver this message on behalf of our Prime Minister, Honorable Justice Malamala. Children, the kinds of opportunities you have now never ever existed before in this country. Never. It's boundless. We want all of you, all of the children, all children in Fiji to get educated, go to university, and then see whether you want to work in the formal sector or you want to go and establish your own businesses. You want to become a commercial farmer, do large-scale farming, establish a small entrepreneurship outlet, business, a shop, a mechanical outfit, or you want to work in government or in the private sector. We are here to tell you that we will look after you. We will take the children through the primary school, to the high school, to the university, and give it back to you. We want you to have a bright future. We want you to be good citizens of this country. We want you to be educated in all aspects of life, not only biology, chemistry, mathematics, but also about understanding about what a society wants. In a society in Fiji, it's very different. It's a multi-ethnic society. We have people with different religious beliefs. And in society, to live peacefully and be prosperous, we need to understand each other, accommodate each other, allow people to hold their beliefs and value system. Ladies and gentlemen, we have moved away from last 3 decades of political instability in this country based on variables of ethnicity, religion, name calling. We are now one people, one nation, have a common destiny. We all are Fijians. In this country, in this Fiji, led by Honorable Prime Minister, there is no room for anyone to say he's Hindu, he's Muslim, he's Itoke, he's Kaidia. We're all one people. We need to understand this. And it is this education system that we are now peddling. And we want these children born out of this education system to be leaders of future Fiji. We have seen our communities, societies destroyed because we have been name-calling, stereotypes, desegregating and discriminating people just because they hold a particular religious belief, just because they belong to a particular ethnic group. We moved away. The children, you look around yourself, you'll find there's people who are of Hindu faith, Christianity, Islam, all of them are normal human beings. We don't want you to look at them and say, you're of this particular religion. They're all God's children. That's what our Constitution says. Everyone is allowed to practice the religious belief that they hold. We want to love each other. We want to grow and contribute to a society where everyone is allowed to live peacefully. That's the future Fiji we are building. In the process, we have removed all obstacles to education. You can go to finish primary school, go to high school, you don't have to pay your tuition fee, don't have to pay a bus fare, don't have to worry about who will pay for a textbook. Government will provide them. Work hard, finish high school, go to university. We will look after you in university. I know parents here, they were very bright, but they couldn't go to finish primary school or high school or university because they couldn't afford to pay tuition fee. But we don't want that to happen to our children. Our Prime Minister doesn't want that to happen. He wants our children to get best education, what we call quality education, second to none, so that when they go to other countries, Australia, New Zealand, America, etc., their qualification is recognized. If they want to enter a university outside Fiji, our qualification is accepted. That is the kind of education system we are building. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to assure you that we are here to support. We will continuously invest in education. The amount of resources our government has allocated for education was never before provided. UNESCO benchmark for a small developing country like Fiji is that we must allocate at least 14% of the overall budget towards education. At least 14%. We are allocating a quota of our budget, 25%, way above the benchmark. Why? Because we have to catch up for the neglect that has happened by the previous government. We have to catch up. Secondly, because of the nature of the country, large proportion of children originate in the rural areas, interior, remote places. We need to look after them. We need to provide upgraded infrastructure. We need to provide transportation from them. It is not a normal country or landlocked country. Here children travel from one island to the other for school. We have to provide boat and engine. Here we have children who are living in an area which is not serviced by a normal bus transport. We have to provide a rural service license to transport owners so that they can pick up the children from their home and transport them to school and back home. And this school is one school which is using rural service license vehicles to transport children. It is this reason that we have to allocate more resources to ensure that there is no obstacle for children to attain education. You would recall those days when kindergarten education, early childhood education was only accessible to the rich and elite and the privileged. Children from the poor household were not able to attend kindergarten because they couldn't pay fees. Our government had made it free now. Every child must be on equal footing. We have removed the past education policies which was to contribute towards inequality. We want every child to have access to ECE without having to worry about where or who will pay for the tuition fee. We now also taken over the full salary of ECE teachers. They were running from pillar to post. They were relegated as something which is really not equal to the primary school teachers or high school teachers. In fact, ECE teachers are more important. They do dual role. They not only are teachers, but they're also parents for these children. First time ever, children who come from home enter the ECE classroom. You can't have a teacher, a straight teacher out there. That person must play a dual role to allow smooth transition from home to classroom. They're more important than a high school teacher in a way. Not that I'm saying high school teachers are not important, but I'm saying they're doing double role. And it is this government that have recognized them. Not only their salary is paid, we've also made a salary alignment where the salaries are based on qualification. In fact, if you look at an ECE teacher who's a graduate, their 4-hour pay, convert them into an 8-hour, you'll find he or she is paid more than a normal 8G teacher. That's the level of recognition we're giving to early childhood education teachers. Parents, we're here to tell you that we want you to take ownership of your child's education, growth and development. We want you to talk to your child, know what your child is doing, ask them how they're doing in school, support them, mentor them, give them the love that they deserve so that they can concentrate fully on studies. We are here today to talk to you informally as well as do the opening of the library and computer lab. The library is a place which gives you unbounded knowledge. It is a place which allows you to open up knowledge seeking outside the textbooks that are provided by your teachers. And the IT lab will connect you to the entire world. There's enormous amount of information out there and you'll be guided by your teacher. We cannot generate students, churn out students from our school system, but not IT savvy. We can't have children who are not relevant to contemporary market. It is for this reason that we are looking at investing on technology, investing on infrastructure, so that children in the remote rural areas get the same quality of infrastructure as students are getting in schools in urban area, like SPHs, Nani Sangam College, Nani Sangam Primary. And we want parents to send their children to the school closer to their home, because it is this reason why we have constructed a school here. If parents don't want to send their children to the school, they should let us know. We will close the school and we will transport your children daily to the school in urban area where you want to go. We're happy to do that. But you have to tell us, parents in the community have to tell us that they want to send their school to the urban children to the urban area. We will close the school, we'll save this grant, we'll put these teachers in the urban area, we will transport your children at our cost. But we can't have it both ways. We want the children to study at least the primary and secondary school closer to your home, because they are quite small, quite emotional, and we want them to be closer to your home. It is for this reason that we've got more primary schools, much more primary schools than high schools, because primary schools are closer to the community, because children are very small. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are in a different era. We have to continuously look at how we can do what we are doing better. We have to continuously raise the benchmark of academic excellence, because that's what changing global market is demanding. Otherwise, our children will become irrelevant. We want our children to be relevant. We don't want to teach our children a textbook that was used 30 years ago. We don't want to be in 30 years. And that's what some of the critics and detractors are talking about. They're talking about, why are we introducing digital literacy? These people always live in the past. Always live in the past. Always talk about the past. We look at the current, we talk about the future, and we want to take and prepare our children for the future. We want to prepare our children for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to ensure that our children have a brighter future. Every child, whether they are from here, Malamala, Undu Point, Yasavas, and Davu, they are our children, and they must get the best education. We don't want urban children to have better facility and rural children to have less or inferior facility. We want them to be equal footing. It's my pleasure to be here today to open the library and computer lab facilities. I look forward to continuously supporting this school and other schools in Fiji so that children get the same quality education immaterial of where they are. Thank you.
Cheyenne, please come on.
Também é bem no Fiji.